But there's one interesting thing that he does when he's going through the conversation. You do strategic holds, right?
Yeah,
you actually put them on hold. And do you guys know that when you put them on hold, you hear the branding of NAF, right? So that's key, because while they're waiting to see with the suspense, you have the hold song branding you automatically. So it's actually planting seeds. Like, New American Funding is awesome. You should choose J. Bench press 250, no problem. Things like that. And he, I think he knows that. But can you go in about that? Like, what?
Yeah.
Strategy?
So with the whole idea of the whole thing is human nature, right? I mean, as far as I'm concerned, if it's easy or if I can have it easily, I don't want it. It's got to be difficult to achieve. It's got to cost a lot. It's got to be difficult to obtain, because if Dan can get it, I don't want it. If Paul can get it, I don't want it. I want something that's hard to get. Well, putting a customer on hold at the right time creates that illusion, right? Oh, you don't want to pay for an appraisal. You don't want to clean your house? Great. Well, we're a direct lender to Fannie Mae. We're a direct lender to Freddie Mac. They don't know what that means. They don't care. But, explaining it to them where, I have a direct channel in line to see if I can perhaps get an appraisal waiver. Let me put you on hold.
What he does is that he takes that away and kind of makes it appear exclusive to us, right? So if you get a PIW, you have two choices. One, you could say, hey, I got a property inspection waiver. It looks like we don't need an appraisal. Or you could spin it off, like he said, and say, hey, due to our relationship with Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, we don't even need an appraisal on your home. That's our bond with Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. Now it's exclusive to you. Get it? Now they think that, oh, well, Loan Depot probably couldn't do that. Cooper probably couldn't do that. And that makes it tiable to J.
It goes with pricing. It goes with credit pulls, all of those things, in terms of, because a customer shouldn't feel like anyone can give them a loan in 5 minutes of talking to them. What's your rate? What's your fees?
Yep.
We all get that, right? And if we just pull it out and show them right away, that really takes away from our value. And so we just become another order taker, just like the guy at Loan Depot or Cooper is, right? And then they start pressuring and hounding you. I don't pressure my customers. I never pressure my customers. I make my customers ask for the business.
Anthony Saccotti and Jay, they sit right next to each other. And if you ever get a chance to hear them, when someone calls in or you hear them on the phone, they don't sound like a salesman. They sound like someone who's an expert, right? Like you're the accountant that you just called to get some advice. Going back to your strategy, putting them on hold for certain things, like let me see if I can get around that appraisal. Let me check is key. Or let me check with my manager to see if I can get that exception. He already knows, because while he was talking, he's pricing the deal with me. Right? And I can tell, and I'm looking over on him, I'm all, is he still talking to him? He's still pricing the deal with me. So he's been taking multiple actions. But he doesn't say like, hey, I can get you this rate or this pricing. He plays hard to get. So even though he knows, he'll still put him on hold and say, all right, you know what? We think we could help. I have an idea. Let me check on my manager. Hold on. Puts him on hold, and then this guy's walking around. He's chit-chatting. And I'm like, bro, weren't you on the phone? He's like, yeah, they're on hold. I'm like, what the? Because it's all the psychology of it, right? He's building the anticipation. And it's funny because then he'll hit off hold and he's right back into it. Hey, guess what? Good news, right? Like he never skipped a beat. And I could just sense that these callers are like, what? What's the good news? I can get that, but I'm gonna need your documents in 24 hours. And what happens? Elevates right away. Super quick.